What's up guys, your boy Dusk JS1 back in another video, and I just literally saw 70k views on a spoiler that I upload on the new surprise episode, so yeah, thank you guys for that. In addition to the new 60 plus subscribers that I just got from that video, so I thank you guys for subscribing. And if you're here from that video, then welcome to the Dusk JS1 channel. So what are we going to talk about on this video? We're going to first talk about the new episode, and we're going to talk about the future of the series Bluey. Just to let you know, these are spoilers for the new episode, so if you haven't watched it, it's on ABC or Disney Plus or TikTok, because people like to re-upload episodes legally. So without further ado, let's go on with the video. So as Disney describes, Bandit tries to play two games at once with Bluey and Bingo. However, in this episode, there are a lot of surprising, see what I did there? A lot of surprising scenes that may shock you or not, with the obvious fact of a mixed species. If you have watched the episode, then you probably know what I'm talking about. If you pay attention on the internet, i.e. on Twitter or on TikTok, you may have heard a few people trying to ship two characters in the Bluey series, which I'm not surprised about because this is the internet. Also, it is clear to see this whole relationship going on between Bluey, Mackenzie and Jean-Luc. So the reason why Mackenzie is most likely the father of the child are the patterns on his or her head giving off more of a Mackenzie look. If we focus on the ears, it does resemble bits of a both Jean-Luc and Mackenzie appearance. However, in my opinion, it's more of a Mackenzie look. Lastly, if we focus on the tail, it has a more border collie look, therefore concluding the fact that the most likely father is Mackenzie in the future. In addition to previous episodes, we have seen a few times of them hanging out, so it is most likely that Mackenzie is the father. We also found in Fruitbat where Bluey dreamt of Mackenzie. So basically, in this episode, it's just to end everything all. So basically, Bluey x Mackenzie is now canon. RIP to Jean-Luc out there. Just to let you know, I am not in any affiliated of any of the shippers out there. I'm just a guy just commenting on the series. So in Bingo's side of the game, she had these little tennis balls and stubby holders, which Bandit pretend to babysit them, at the same time trying to run away from Bluey with her ball blaster. The idea with the stubby holders and the tennis balls is that people out there in the world will have disabilities, but parents and people that you love will always be there to support you. The resolvement in this episode is how Bluey hears dad telling the baby that his family will always support him. So this him I'm talking about is called Finucane. This leads to Bluey finally realizing that parents are always hardworking and that they will always support them. So in terms of morals or lessons, it's just the idea of parents trying to keep up with two activities at once in terms of games. In addition to the idea of how parenting life is. To when Bluey asks,
"What is having children like?"
Oh, well, it's a bit hard to explain.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Bluey, that's what having kids is like.
we obviously had siblings, and asking our mum or dad to play with both of us, they obviously have to make a choice. In the flash forward scene is probably the most crucial part of the episode, with the obvious reason of the canon shipping. Also, it's a nice little sort of scene to see the Blueyverse trying to go into the future and what it will look like. If you pay attention here, you can see Bingo in Easter Island in Chile. One thing we can take out from this is that Bingo took on the role of an archaeologist just like Bandit, or that she's just on holiday in Chile. If you look closer here again, this was actually Bluey's spot in r/place on Reddit. So I want to talk about a reference in the episode is the obvious fact of Bluey's little weapon. A lot of people saying that it's a reference to RoboCop, which I can agree. Another thing is the scouter on her head, which Dragon Ball fans should know about. So if you don't know what I'm talking about the scouter from Dragon Ball Z. Both Bluey and her child had the same thing. Remember during the Saiyan saga, these extraterrestrial life forms called Saiyans had these little scouters on their head to check the enemy's battle power, or preferably known as power level.
It's over 9,000!
Another thing I would like to talk about is what Bandit was watching on the TV. According to Bluey Wiki, it is based on the 2006 New York Marathon, with the main subject in that TV called Kurt Fernley. This inspiring racer also commentated on the race. A nice sort of little Easter egg and a nice positive representation of the disabled. Another thing I want to talk about is the location that's happening during that race. There's a little twist towards the actual event in New York, with the twist being the location in Buckingham Palace. For people who don't know, Buckingham Palace is settled in London, where Her late Majesty Elizabeth II lived.
London! Oh my god! Oh my god!
The way that I see this being the most likely location is the fact that there are Union Jacks being held on the side of the road. To make things a little more easier to understand, this is the flag of the UK. Another thing is that how similar the setting is outside of Buckingham Palace, with being the trees, the railings and the road itself. So this nice little surprise episode gives off the positive representation of people who have disabilities, as well as parents trying to share their experience of what having kids is like. Now for the $1 billion question, is Bluey going to end? To make it short, no. There is some confusion of the sign being the final episode, but no. The episode surprise is the season finale. It's less likely that Ludo Studios would stop an amazing project that has been influencing a lot of people around the globe. In addition, Bluey has also been starting to be secretly diverse, meaning a lot of audience would most likely want to see more of that in future episodes. To the question of when season 4 will be released, we may see some trailers before 2025 starts. If not, they might be pushed into 2025. Just saying, this is a possibility, not a guarantee. It's amazing how Bluey has evolved and developed throughout the years, which me being an animator and storyteller is obviously inspired, as well as putting Bluey on top of the scale. So like I said, it is not likely that they would stop such an amazing project. This is also confirmed by BBC that Bluey will return in the future. So that's all I have gathered so far. If there's something that I have missed, please put it in the comments below. In addition, please make sure to subscribe and like the video. So then that's all from me for now. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.